Broadcasting from Manhattan Beach and the World Wide Web, you're listening to CHSR, HealthyLife.net.
As a service to our listeners, this program is for general information and entertainment purposes only. CHSR HealthyLife.net does not recommend, endorse, or object to the views, products, or topics expressed or discussed by show hosts or their guests. We suggest you always consult with your own personal, medical, financial, or legal advisor.
Everybody, this is Joanne Reese. So happy to have you join us today for the Hemp Show. And I'm really, really excited to be with you today. I've had an opportunity to do a lot of trainings over the past 30 days, learning more and more about cannabis, about hemp, about the studies that are rolling out. It's a really, really exciting time. Obviously, hemp is a very big topic in terms of what the global government deregulation is going to mean for the United States, for practitioners here, for farmers here. What's really amazing is that we really set the stage when we made hemp illegal and a lot of different medicines, plant medicines illegal. The whole world kind of followed suit with us. And now that hemp is federally legal, it is no longer a Schedule I drug. We've got government deregulation happening here. U.S. banking is getting on board slowly but surely. Research is beginning, and the whole world is following suit. I got involved with this just almost 3 years ago. It was December of 2016. For those who haven't heard my story before, I always like to share little pieces of it. I got a phone call from a good friend, and she said, this is it. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been praying for. What do you know about CBD? I'd never heard of CBD. I wasn't looking at cannabis, the industry. And even though I was a holistic practitioner, I was somebody who was educating people on a daily basis about plant medicines and the benefits of plant medicines for a host of different issues. My primary areas of specialty were in addiction recovery. I have been working in addiction recovery as a therapist, as a somatic therapist, for over 20 years. I've done a lot of integration work with people working with different plant medicines for addiction recovery and educating people about plant medicines and how they can help with anxiety, depression, trauma, and addiction issues for a number of years. But cannabis was not really on my radar because I didn't realize that there was a pure medicinal side of cannabis that didn't have THC. Obviously, THC is what gets you high. It's what's in marijuana, but it's not in hemp, right? So what happened federally in December of last year was we repassed the Farm Bill, and we also took hemp out of the Schedule I drug category. So it's now completely federally legal. Any cannabis plant that is any cannabis plant that has less than 0.3% THC is legally considered to be hemp. It is it's federally legal in all 50 states. There's individual states are still voting on legality statewide, but federally this has been cleared. There's many companies that are distributing CBD and hemp products throughout the U.S., and it's been profound, and we're seeing a lot of clinical trials starting. I had an opportunity just a week and a half ago to attend an event in Pasadena called CanMed. I really recommend you to check out their website. It's CANNMED, CanMed 19. I think it was their 4th event. And it's basically a medical conference for cannabis, educating medical professionals, doctors, practitioners, therapists, acupuncturists, herbalists, nutritionists, any kind of practitioners who really want to learn about cannabis and earn CME credits. So doctors and nurses and people with license have to go get CME credits. And there were the top cannabis doctors, researchers, professionals from all around the world. educating people, and they talked about cannabis for cancer and Alzheimer's, and for children with seizures. They talked about the benefits of cannabis for depression, for anxiety, for women's reproductive health, for hormonal balance. They talked a lot about, how you want to access this medicine, what kind of extraction methods are best. They talked about the dangers of vaping, and I've been getting a lot of questions from people about this, about vaping and the toxicity issues that happen with that, and just cutting-edge research that's happening around the world. We had a lot of doctors, from the U.S., but also from Canada. We had a lot of researchers from Israel there. So, there's a lot of research happening, and I think I want to just dive into our guest chat today. We have a really, really amazing guest that's on today. And, when I started out this radio show, I interviewed a friend of mine who's a cannabis nurse. I met her through Prime My Body, which is the CBD hemp company that I was introduced to when I first learned about this. And I was fascinated to learn how many nurses, they go through almost the same kind of training that doctors do. It's very extensive. And, what Jamie shared on our initial call was that all she did was talk to people about drugs and how to minimize their ill effects from drugs that they were taking for the issues they were having. And she got so frustrated that she started educating herself about more holistic medicine. And unfortunately, medical schools aren't teaching that. In fact, one of the stats from CanMed is that less than 20% of the schools in the United States are educating about the endocannabinoid system. And this is something we talk about every single call that we do here. If you're listening to this and you've never Googled this, I really want to encourage you to Google the endocannabinoid system. This is a system of receptors, and I'm going to let Gracian, I'm going to let you kind of chat about this and how you introduce this to people. But so Gracian Jean-Pierre is my guest today. She is a nurse practitioner. She is somebody who's working with cannabis in her practice. She is an expert on breast health, and I'm sure many of you know that this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which couldn't be a better time to be talking about hemp and CBD. She is somebody who works with clients once they've concluded treatment, and apparently when women often go through breast cancer treatment and then they're done, they're just sort of thrown out to the wolves. They don't necessarily get education about nutrition and about, how to prevent this from happening again, which is, I would think, the most critical thing. So without further ado, Gracian, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you so much, Lauren, for inviting me to your show. I am so grateful to you and so grateful to Jamie for introducing us together. And this is really the what we call the universe working together, because being October month and being able to talk about the endocannabinoid system and my journey to using it in my practice, it's just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much for having me with you today.
Oh, yes. Thank you for being here. So I'd love to have you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you're doing in the world, how you got involved with this. Go ahead. Just jump right in.
Okay, awesome. So I'm a nurse practitioner by training. I practiced oncology for the past 25 years, starting with my nursing degree. I was working in oncology. I always felt that after patients finish with their chemotherapy, there was always something that they just were sent out there to their primary care physician, and there was confusion on how do I begin this new life. And about 3 years ago myself, I ended up in a doctor's office being diagnosed with what they call atypical hypoplasia, which is it makes you at a higher risk for breast cancer. So at that time, I started digging into the naturopathic world. And, being from another country, I was born in Haiti but raised in Miami. My parents was always introducing us to natural medication. So anywhere you have a headache, my mom would say, go to the garden, pick this, and boil it, and you'll feel better. So I was always fascinated by it. So throughout my journey with dealing with my own issue, I took, using the natural path really helped me. So I decided to create a space, create a business where I would be able to help women and men too when they are dealing with any kind of chronic disease, especially women with breast cancer, to kind of rehabilitate, restore their body using natural ways. So really, I focus my thing. We focus on the seven core areas of health. And throughout this journey, that's where I came introduced to the whole hemp. It's only been about 5 months. So within this 5 months, the benefit that I've gained myself and my patients from using the hemp product by Prime My Body has been just a wonderful experience. As you know, there's tons of products out there. And I'm so grateful for my friend Jamie for introducing me to this product because I was doing my research, but at the same time having someone who was in the nursing profession as a colleague to introduce me to this was just a game changer for me and my patients.
Fantastic. So 20-something years in oncology, it's really interesting. One of the things that I love about what we're doing and this education process is working with medical professionals. And the Recept product that most of us have been, using and recommending was developed by a functional medicine doctor, right? Who's running, Dr. Chang Ron is running the largest functional medicine clinic in the United States, bigger than the Cleveland Clinic, which is remarkable for me, and doing right now about 15 clinical trials on this, which we're happy to share. If you're a listener here and you want to listen to one of the top doctors in the country who's running an integrative medicine clinic using these products with his clients and taking insurance, that's really incredible. There's not a lot of, and this is a Western-trained doctor who's got a mother who's a Chinese, medicine expert, like you, like your grandmother. Go out into the garden and pick this herb, and this is what's going to help you. And so to have this combination together of appreciation for plant medicines and the Western training and your expertise with, working in oncology and seeing well, this is really what's needed. I can imagine that this is just a really, really ideal thing, and I love that you're taking, you're branching out into really educating people about the stuff that they're not getting, right? So when people are they're being diagnosed with breast cancer, they're going in to see a doctor, they're not necessarily getting some really critical elements, correct?
Yes, definitely, because the point is, when you go to the doctor, you prescribe the different stuff that you are getting, but after you finish the treatment, there are something, your nervous system is a mess, your respiratory system is a mess, your brain, there's something they call brain fog, and being able to have something that is like hemp to help you, something like Recept, to really get into the system and kind of stabilizing everything, it's a game changer. I have some clients that tell me that it really helped them with their nervous system. It really helped them with their respiratory system. It really helped them with their relaxing better. So it is truly, I couldn't stress it enough because after treatment for breast cancer, it is so important to recover the body, which is what I work with my patients with, to recover the body, because there are some side effects from the chemotherapy that really taking a ton of medication is not helping. So being able to offer that kind of product, natural, is just a game changer for the patient.
Beautiful. And so can you share some personal testimonials of specific things? I think you said that you personally had a testimonial, somebody, your mom or somebody in your family, and then with some of your clients. I'd love to hear some details about that.
Sure. So my mother, she is, I'll start with her. She's a breast cancer survivor. She also had some neuropathy. And also she's a very excitable person, I would put it politely. So we started her on the hemp product Recept about June time frame. And she went to the doctor, And the doctor tell her, word for word, whatever you are doing, I don't know what it is, continue doing it, because I may have to take you off one of your diabetic medication. And all she did was, she's sleeping better. She's taking her reset, and it's helping to stabilize her nervous system. It's helping her immunity because she's sleeping better. So really, it's a game changer for her. And this is somebody that a year ago they were thinking about putting her on insulin. So that's one thing. And for myself, I take it because for me, it helped to stabilize my nervous system. It helped me become more focused. It helped me get my work done. And other patients that share it, that are taking it, it's also helped them through their chemotherapy. So it is something that I always, whenever patients mention that certain things are not working, I would say, okay, are you open to try? And they are willing to try, because working in clinic, I had patients that were using the marijuana illegally. So now they have something legal that they could use because where I practice is marijuana is not legal as yet. So having that choice, having the choice to have reset to use it, it keeps them out of trouble. It's a good substitute for what they were using before in a legal way.
Yeah, and so you mentioned a couple things, and I just want to slow down and back up and just kind of highlight a couple things that you mentioned. So from my perspective, I want to educate people about this first for themselves and then for their families, right? Because we all have an aunt, an uncle, a mother, a child, a best friend, a cousin, somebody who's dealing with something major, diabetes being huge. And I just want to mention that we're not here to make medical claims or say that this cures or treats any diseases, but we do want to be able to share, what we're seeing as practitioners, myself as a therapist, as an addiction recovery counselor, yourself as a nurse, and somebody who's helping people who are dealing with, life-threatening issues, and how to restabilize and how to rebuild their systems before and after and during, treatment. We want to be able to talk about what's going on without making any medical claims, so I just want to kind of put that out there. And so what you're saying is that for your mom, that they were talking about potentially having to be putting her on insulin for diabetes issues. And you talked a little bit about her being like an excitable person, and so we might talk about that as being like fight or flight, having an overstimulated nervous system.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
that causes a lot of problems with sleep, right? And so one thing contributes to another. And so for those who aren't familiar with Recept and the product that we're specifically talking about, and I know you did your research and you probably tried a lot of different things. What is it about Recept that you said? I know you got a recommendation from a friend who was a practitioner who had great success with it, and I know that Jamie tried 50 products before she started taking this for herself and recommending it. What was it about Recept that made you say, yes, this is what I want to take myself, this is what I want to give my mom, this is what I want to tell my clients about?
I think for me, it's because like Jamie, I tried so many products before, and none of them worked the way I wanted it to work. And so that's why I wanted to try it on my mother and on myself at first. And I love the delivery system, the technology behind how the body absorbs the Recept. And so I love that it's a quick delivery system, and it worked pretty fast. And so for me, and the science behind it, and the person being the medical director, putting himself out there, promoting this product. So that was important to me, having a medical director doing research, using it in his patients. So that was extremely important to me because I had patients that were asking for it, but they were buying it different places, like the gas station, different things like that. So when I was able to do my research and find a product that is all was check, I had no problem trying it myself and trying it for my mother. And really, you know, again, I want to make a point to that. We are not claiming that's going to heal anybody, but it's the way the plant work. It helps stabilizing the different system you have in your body. You know, it is important to understand this is a plant-based product, no side effect to it. So it's for me, that was the point that got me to start this particular product.
Beautiful. Yeah, and again, we're talking about bringing nature and technology together. Most CBD hemp products have under 10% absorption, which means they're not getting the medicine's not getting into the cells, right? Typically, the molecules are very big, and they have to be digested to be broken down in order to be absorbed, and that can take an hour or so, and typically 90% of the nutrients are going to be, you're going to pee them out. You're going to absorb less than 10%, and this is across the board with all herbs, all vitamins, all supplements. Kind of the big joke in America, right, because we take a lot of drugs and we take a lot of supplements, and they say we have the most expensive urine on the planet. So how do you increase absorption? What Prime My Body is doing is they're using nanosonication. So it's high-pressure sound waves to break these molecules down into 10 to 20 nanometers and then wrap them in a liposome. A liposome is like a fat lipid bubble. And when a liposomal delivery is used and you squirt it in your mouth, it goes straight through the blood-brain membrane. It goes straight in and delivers it right into your cells. And with this product, Dr. Chang Ron, if you want to check him out, I highly recommend it. It's CHENGRUAN. He's got a clinic in Houston, Texas, he's giving this to 500 people. He's doing brain scans before and after. He's running trainings and doing clinical trials with Recept. He says 35 milliseconds is what it takes for this to be absorbed, and it's almost 100% absorbed. So with other products, you're getting under 10%. With this one, you're getting almost 100. And then the second question becomes about purity, and we want to make sure that we've got third-party lab testing that it is what it says on the label, because companies are lying. They're putting fillers in, and they've got sugar in their product. They've got high fructose corn syrup. People have brought me gummies with artificial flavors and colors, right? We don't want any of that in there. So we're going to come back after a quick break. We're going to continue on talking about the benefits of hemp and how you might be able to share a message with somebody that you know who's interested in more in breast cancer awareness.
Relieve your painful joints and muscles. It's easy with Body Therapy. Made with high-quality cannabinoid isolate and wellness botanicals, Body Therapy is a wonderful high-quality industrial-strength non-greasy solve. It helps support relief from deep tissue and muscle tension, minor sprains and injuries, and even helps you recover faster after a workout. You need it, so get it. Body Therapy can be bought at lovinglife.primemybody.com or call or text 310-678-9712.
Women face more challenges today, resulting in more stress, anxiety, and body imbalances. Women need a little more support, and that's where Recept may help. Organically grown and processed with nanosonicated technology, this THC-free hemp product is a great balancing tool. It may aid a woman's hormonal balance from PMS to conception, from pregnancy to menopause. So women, get your calm on. Order Recept today. Just text or call 310-678-9712.
Coach Kev believes everyone is a leader and has a kingdom to build. He wrote Kingdom Business, Licensed to Lead, to give you his secrets to leadership and to learn how to use the 4 pillars and hemp oil to become a committed, passionate leader of your life. Get the book, Kingdom Business, Licensed to Lead by Kevin J. Suber at Amazon.com. You'll be glad you did. So do it now. Kingdom Business at Amazon.com or call 424-645-7823. That's 424-645-7823.
You're listening to HealthyLife.net. Millions of listeners know the secret. Now you do too. Positive talk 24 hours a day, every day.
Hi, everybody. This is Joanne Reese. You are with myself and my guest, Gracienne Jean-Pierre. She is a nurse practitioner. Her website, which I'd love to have you check out, is jphealthandwellness.com. jphealthandwellness.com. She is a certified nurse practitioner with 25 years experience. She is a certified integrative health and wellness coach, and her area of specialty really is working with women, teaching about breast health, cancer rehabilitation, the mind-body disease connection. She is got a lot of information about cancer prevention, which we don't talk about a lot in the United States. You know, the funniest thing to me is that people say, like, well, I'm fine. I don't have symptoms. I must be fine. And this is where learning about the endocannabinoid system is really interesting from my perspective. So I'd love to hear, how do you explain this to your clients, Gracienne? How do you tell them about cannabis, about hemp, about the endocannabinoid system, and why this is such a critical thing for them to be using and putting in their mouth and ingesting on a daily basis?
Yeah, that's a great question, Joanne, because, you know, I love the point that you make about in America we do not focus on prevention. And it is, for me, this is my passion to, when I meet anybody that I said, it's not when the house is on fire, you're looking at what caused the house to be on fire. So and that's how I introduce the hemp to my client, to my patients, because having hemp on board as something that you do every day as a supplement for your health is looking at the cause before the fire happens. Because the allopathic way of medicine in the United States is that we focus on that system is great when you have a broken bone, when you have a heart attack, but when you have chronic disease or when you're trying to prevent chronic disease, that's where it's a game changer for hemp, for reset, for working with the endocannabinoid system. Because something like hemp, when you ingest it into your body, it goes, and there are endocannabinoid receptors are found throughout the body, the brain, the organ, the connective tissue, the gland, the immune cell. And each tissue and the cannabinoid system perform different tasks. But the goal is always the same, and to keep everything stable, homeostasis. So having to take that and help keeping the body in a balanced way, so the body doesn't have to be in this fight and flight all the time. Because what happens, and when you have all this oxidative stress, it creates inflammation, then it creates disease. So really, it is. I cannot stop talking to my patient about it because I feel like it would be a disservice not to tell someone about the hemp and the endocannabinoid system, because it's really address multiple body system when you take this one little drop. So it's wonderful. So that's how I talk to my patients, because prevention for me is not waiting when the house is on fire. It's to take proactive. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. I love it. Yeah. And, you know, I had an opportunity to listen to Deepak Chopra. I'm going to guess a lot of our listeners are very familiar with Deepak Chopra. I personally learned about Deepak Chopra 29 years ago when my dad had cancer. My dad died at 48 years old of esophageal cancer. And I started learning about all these different things, and my dad was reading some Deepak Chopra and listening to it. And he said, we have chronic stress. It's creating chronic inflammation, and it's the cause for all disease. You know, he said 99.9% of the world is struggling with low-grade anxiety and depression, which I would call imbalance and stress. And he said people feel disconnected from their source, from community, and from nature. And so, you know, a big part of what I feel like my mission is, let's educate people about nature. Let's educate people about holistic medicine. Let's start with the oldest medicine we know of, which is cannabis. And let's take the controversial piece out of it, which is THC, and focus on the pure medicinal side. And let's tell people that they make it naturally in their body and that they have receptor sites for it. You know, it's like we have more receptor sites for cannabidiol than anything else in our whole body. And we're wired for this plant.
Yes, definitely. And you know, this is making a conscious decision because we all are connected. So it would be like a disfavor to know about this wonderful plant, to learn about the endocannabinoid system and not sharing it with someone, because it's making a conscious effort to help someone with their life so they could in turn make their conscious effort to go out there and get the hemp product that they research, they feel comfortable with, and apply that to their health care, to the health journey.
Yeah. And so you tried a lot of different things and you didn't see the results. And I hear this a lot from people.
Yes.
That was not my exact experience, because the first thing I ever heard about was this particular brand. You know, I had a friend call me up and say there's a ground floor level network marketing company, and they just introduced like the best of the best hemp product on the market. And I was like, awesome, where do I order it? You know, it was like a total no-brainer from me. My friend who shared this with me was a naturopath. She's a holistic dentist. I had another friend who called me about it who was an herbalist of 20 years. And they're like, this is it. You got to take a look at this. So, but I know people try a lot of different brands, and they're not getting it, right?
No, you were one of the lucky ones, because I went through several products because, you know, I was looking for things not only for me, but I was also looking for something for my mother, and I also wanted to really try the products to make sure they are good, and I was able to my patients I was able to recommend it to my patients. So I tried several products. I started. It's either I was having some issues with the stomach, the oil. It just was. So really, coming across Jamie was a godsend, because I started telling her what I was trying, and she told me what she tried and and it was a wonderful experience to be able to find a product that it's a wonderful product. And, you know, sharing it with someone, educating them about the endocannabinoid system, for me, it's a no-brainer, because it's saving them so much money from other things that are out there.
Absolutely. And so I just want to mention, too, that, you know, it's easy to talk about something that you believe in. It's really easy to share something that's helped you tremendously, and that's kind of how this whole journey got started for me personally. I was having a terrible hormonal crisis. It took me almost 8 months to realize what was happening. I'd never even had PMS in my whole life, but I turned 49 and I started crying. And my moods went crazy. And when I learned about this, I was entirely open. Even though I'm sober, I don't really go to doctors. I've never taken a pharmaceutical drug in my life except birth control. And I'm kind of a purist. I'm like, I just want to eat well and go to yoga and meditate and love people. And can I just do that? But that was not helping my hormones, unfortunately. The good news was I got recommended to something great. And if you're listening to this call, you probably have questions. So my phone number is 310-678-9712. And Gracian is also available. Do you want to say your phone number slowly?
Oh, my phone number is, you could reach me at 352-434-5444. 352-434-5444.
So we are here. We are here to answer your questions. A lot of people have questions. Is it going to get me high? Is it marijuana? What if I'm taking medication? What if I want to get off of medication? What if I have this issue or that issue? We're not going to practice medicine for you, but we're going to share with you from our hearts and recommend hopefully something that can help you. And we want this to be a blessing for you, and we want this to be a blessing for people that you can share it with. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Nitric oxide plus hemp-infused skin rejuvenation serum flush impurities and deliver antioxidant-rich CBD and vitamin C and E directly into the dermis. Nox is the world's only hemp-infused nitric oxide skin rejuvenation system that uses progressive technology to help your skin naturally purify and revive itself. It softens your complexion and enhances skin tone. Get Nox today at lovinglife.primemybody.com or call or text 310-678-9712.
Women face more challenges today, resulting in more stress, anxiety, and body imbalances. Women need a little more support, and that's where Recept may help. Organically grown and processed with nanosonicated technology, this THC-free hemp product is a great balancing tool. It may aid a woman's hormonal balance from PMS to conception, from pregnancy to menopause. So women, get your calm on. Order Recept today. Just text or call 310-678-9712.
Created by nature and proven by science, Recept Hemp Extract is something you've probably never experienced before. This organic, non-THC product not only has CBD, but Recept has the latest and highest CBG content. CBG may aid sleep, pain, digestion, mood, so many things. Get your broad-spectrum Recept today. Call or text 310-678-9712 now, or visit lovinglife.primemybody.com.
Constant Contact and your small business make a perfect fit for marketing. They give you what you need to succeed. Fast and easy email marketing at your fingertips. Visit the HealthyLife.net advertiser page and click on Constant Contact to start your marketing.
Humans aren't the only ones that can benefit from hemp. Animals can too. Hemp Health for Pets was specially formulated for dogs and cats. Safe and effective, your pets can feel balanced in body and mind with Prime My Pet Hemp and Health Blend. It has organic CBD and yucca, hawthorn, fish oil, and red algae, making Hemp and Health Blend perfect to aid your pets' inflammation, skin conditions, joints, and more. Get yours today. Just text or call 310-678-9712. That's 310-678-9712.
Eclectic talk with a positive twist. HealthyLife.net.
Hi, this is Joanne Reese. Thanks so much for joining us on the Hemp Show. If you're just tuning in, please hit the on-demand podcast page so that you can hear the beginning parts of this interview. I am loving sharing with you about hemp, about CBD, about the health benefits of this incredible plant. I am here to answer questions. You can hit me up on social media. You can call me. You can email me. Please bring your questions. And my guest today, I'm thrilled to have Gracian Jean-Pierre. She's a mama. She's out of Charlotte, North Carolina. She was an oncology nurse for over 2 decades, and she is now coaching women and working with clients on cancer prevention. She is very focused on women that have dealt with breast cancer and how to support them after treatment. And thanks so much for being here today. I know that you mentioned that a lot of times women are going through cancer treatment and then they're done, and then what happens after that?
Yeah, that's the piece that was missing. You know, you have after cancer treatment, because some of the drugs that the women are taking could cause neuropathy, could cause low libido, could cause mind fogginess. So after treatment, you are sent back to your primary care physician, and most ladies, after treatment, they suffer from also weight gain. So their whole body, their whole system is in chaos, I would say, and it needs to be put together. And not to say the depression and the anxiety that come from dealing with a life-threatening disease. So having a space, a person to guide them, to inform them of natural ways to focus on, to take control of their health, I would say it. So really what I do is we focus on 7 areas of health. We focus on nutrition, sleep, environment, resiliency, movement, spirituality, and healing relationship. And those 7 things, I'm going to say them slowly, is nutrition, sleep, environment, resiliency, movement, spirituality, and healing relationship. So if you think about it, if your nervous system is in chaos, or your neurological system is in chaos, that means your environment might not be together. You might not be as resilient as you want to be. You might not be sleeping or eating as good as you want to. So having this tool, the CBD in my toolbox, it's been a wonderful thing to address all those 7 areas of health that I focus on, because it gives me the ability to say, okay, you could use something like Recept or Calm that we have now to help balance your endocrine, to help balance your neurological system so you could sleep better, or things like that. And some of my clients, they try it and they love it, and they come back with great results because it's able to help them stabilize. Remember, again, the endocannabinoid system have receptors that found in the body, throughout all the body, the brain, the organ, the connective tissue, the gland, and the immune cells. So it's been really a game changer for my clients.
I love it. Yeah, I often say to people, if somebody's depressed, they're struggling in their life. They've got a lot of anxious feelings. They've got depressive feelings. They're super stressed out. They're not functioning properly. They're probably not sleeping well, which is causing a lot of system breakdown, right? I mean, sleep alone is something we could talk about for a really long time. And then they go to a doctor, and how often does somebody say, what's your diet like? Are you exercising? What's happening in your home life? What's the quality of your relationships? Do you have any kind of mindfulness practice, spiritual practice? Are you meditating? Do you have mindful movement practice? Right? Those questions are not necessarily happening, and these are all things that you're talking with your clients about. Yes.
Yes, definitely, especially when you say, nothing is not being addressed. Because let's say a woman just went through an ordeal of cancer treatment, and now they're having some problem with their hormones and their body, the way their body functions sexually and all that. So that's not the first thing that's going to be in their mind. It's going to be in their mind, but they are not going to ask about that. So to be able to have someone to guide them, to help them come with the right language when they go back to their physician, to help them to address those things, and also themselves to take control and use the opportunity to look at different products that could help with those body systems. So I'm pretty excited about CBD or the whole movement, because I think sexual health is going to play a big thing for the ladies.
And I love that you brought this up, because this was addressed last night, and we are going to have, if you're a listener on the show and you want to learn more about hemp, about CBD, about how it helps with all these issues we're talking about, reach out to myself, reach out to Gracian. You can text me. Again, my number is 310-678-9712. Gracian is available. I'm going to give you her website address again. It is jphealthandwellness.com. And Gracian is GRACIENNE at jphealthandwellness.com. GRACIENNE at jphealthandwellness.com. So you can email her as well. And so Dr. Chang Ron, who is Chief Medical Advisor for Prime My Body, he was part of the formulation team for Recept, which is our CBD-CBG hemp extract. So this has CBD, it has CBG, which is cannabidiol, really good for your brain, neuroprotective, neuroregenerative. It also has a very high terpene profile, which we're seeing tremendous research going into terpenes. Like the terpenes are just as important as the cannabinoids. And most CBD products have one terpene. So Recept has 7. None of them have that. None of them have 30 milligrams of CBG. So, again, this is really something tremendous. But there's a new product, and it's called Calm. And you said you're excited about it. I'd love to hear what you're excited about Calm.
I'm just excited about the herb profile that is in there. It's amazing herbs. It's just, I think I can't wait to try it myself. Because,
right,
as
just
you
got
know,
introduced.
Sleep is an important part. Sleep is such an important part because without sleeping, the body, the cells doesn't rejuvenate. So
we've got magnesium, we've got L-threonate, we've got L-tryptophan, we've got pharma-GABA, we've got ashwagandha, lemon balm, all herbs that are a part of this. You want to say anything specifically about what about these herbs combined with the CBD are really exciting for you? Because you have a lot of background with these.
The ashwagandha itself, calming the body. I think that alone, the CBD it's just a no-brainer. When I saw that herb in there, I said, that's it. The patients it's really going to be helping tons of people. It's exciting.
And it's hard to get people who aren't really tuned into herbs to be taking herbs. So if you can give somebody one product and it includes 7 or 8 different herbs that you know are going to help people be more calm. And here's the acronym for calm. I love this. C is can't sleep. A is anxious. L is low libido, which we just mentioned. And M is miserable. And the miserable stands for, depression, pain, discomfort on an emotional level, on a physical level. So, and again, we have an amazing presentation from the doctor who formulated this. He's been doing 15 different clinical trials on Calm specifically and Recept, and seeing really, really tremendous results. Improvement on every single trial in under a week using these products. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Relieve your painful joints and muscles. It's easy with Body Therapy. Made with high-quality cannabinoid isolate and wellness botanicals, Body Therapy is a wonderful high-quality industrial-strength non-greasy salve. It helps support relief from deep tissue and muscle tension, minor sprains and injuries, and even helps you recover faster after a workout. You need it, so get it. Body Therapy can be bought at lovinglife.primemybody.com or call or text 310-678-9712.
Women face more challenges today, resulting in more stress, anxiety, and body imbalances. Women need a little more support, and that's where Recept may help. Organically grown and processed with nanosonicated technology, this THC-free hemp product is a great balancing tool. It may aid a woman's hormonal balance from PMS to conception, from pregnancy to menopause. So women, get your calm on. Order Recept today. Just text or call 310-678-9712.
Humans aren't the only ones that can benefit from hemp. Animals can too. Hemp Health for Pets was specially formulated for dogs and cats. Safe and effective, your pets can feel balanced in body and mind with Prime My Pet Hemp and Health Blend. It has organic CBD and yucca, hawthorn, fish oil, and red algae, making Hemp and Health Blend perfect to aid your pets' inflammation, skin conditions, joints, and more. Get yours today. Just text or call 310-678-9712. That's 310-678-9712.
For the best in business class travel, count on Cheapo Air. Cheapo Air has the best price guarantee, 24/7 customer service, and easy booking online or by phone. To experience your hassle-free journey, start by going to HealthyLife.net's advertiser page and click on Cheapo Air.
You're listening to HealthyLife.net. Millions of listeners know the secret. Now you do too. Positive talk 24 hours a day, every day.
Joanne Reese. Thanks so much for joining us today on the Hemp Show. I think we're hopefully talking about things really, really relevant to a lot of folks tuning in here. When people learn about hemp or cannabis, I've seen a lot of different presentations over the last several years that I've been learning about this, speaking about it, educating about it. I had an opportunity to attend an event called Expo West, which is the natural product show. It's the largest natural product show in the United States. It happens in Anaheim, and 90,000 people show up to preview and check out all kinds of natural products. So they had 175 CBD companies presenting, having booths at the event this year, 175 companies. The year before, there was less than 10. So we went from less than 10 hemp CBD companies to 175 in 12 months. Wow, that's a big, big jump. They also had an entire day of panels talking about hemp, different CBD hemp companies presenting. I'm kind of using these terms synonymously, CBD and hemp. Again, there's an actual federal definition. Any cannabis plant that's below 0.3 THC is legally hemp. The product that I recommend and use has 0 THC. So that's really good because it's able to be shipped to all 50 states, and it's great for people who get drug tested, like nurses, doctors, pilots, people that work, in federal government. A lot of people don't want any THC. They don't want to have a positive. They don't want to blow a drug test. They want to give it to their children. They want to give it to their grandparents. They don't want to have, any risk with that. So that's really important for some people. There's also a question I just want to mention really quickly. A lot of medical people say, you have to have THC. You have to have it to activate the CBD. That's an opinion, but it's not an across-the-board opinion, right? There's terpenes that activate CBD. There's also another cannabinoid called CBG, which is kind of the grandfather. That's what happens very young in the plant. You have something called CBG, and CBG actually turns into CBD and THC as the plant progresses and ages. So when you've got a really good amount of CBG in the product, that's also going to help activate the cannabinoids and the terpenes together. So you don't necessarily have to have, THC. And again, please reach out to us if you have questions. We just have a couple more minutes left. I'd love to hear you talk, Gracian, about building a sideline revenue stream. You're an independent practitioner. I'm sure you're probably not living in $1 million home from your nursing practitioner consulting practice, right? Most practitioners that are working in this space are working their asses off, long hours. They're trying to make their services affordable. They're helping people in crisis. And they're doing it for the love, but they're also mommies, right? They're supporting their families. And so why is it appealing to you to have a sideline revenue stream where you're going to recommend great products anyways, but if you can recommend it to practitioners and you can build a team by doing this, then you've got, money rolling in from that as well. What's appealing about that for you?
For me, Joanne, it was, I had cancer patients go to treatment. After they finish with cancer treatment, they are really, some of them go to bankruptcy or have no money whatsoever because of the high medical bills. So I started this because I wanted to find a side income way to help as many people as I could. So being an affiliate and doing this, it helped me have a little bit cushion where I could do some pro bono for some women that live in the rural area or women that don't have any money to pay for post-cancer treatment or cancer rehabilitation, because I believe that good health care should be available to everyone. So that was the attractive part for me to bring that extra income in, and also to do more, because I believe when you have a mind of abundance, abundance come back to you.
beautiful. And, I didn't really know anything about this business model prior to getting involved with this company, just like I didn't really know anything about CBD. I didn't know anything about affiliate programs. I didn't know anything about CBD. But I was suffering and I was praying. I was praying for some relief, some balance, some calm. I was praying for a way to support my family, my children. I'm a single mom for more than 10 years. And I was praying for a way to support people in my community. And what I prayed in, because I think we draw things to us based on what we really, really need and what we're open to receive. And I was open to receiving a holistic answer to my issues that addressed my physical, my mental, my emotional, my energetic, my spiritual well-being, my financial well-being across the board, and something that I could share with people that would be life-changing, transformative, like you said. And I do help a lot of people who don't necessarily have resources for that. And I'm able to do it much easier today because I heard about something incredible. And it started with just helping my own self and then sharing it with the people that I loved around me. And so a lot of people are suffering right now. They're struggling on a lot of different levels. And, may this be the answer to somebody's prayer, whether you're a practitioner, whether you're learn about hemp and how it's going to help you. And I hope that this call today has inspired you to want to learn more. I'd love for you to reach out to Graciane Jean-Pierre. She's on Facebook. Her website, again, is jphealthandwellness.com. My phone number is 310-678-9712. I'm also on Facebook. It's Joanne Reese Ellinger is my whole name, R-E-E-S, Ellinger. I love talking with people who are struggling with addiction issues, struggling with issues around all the things that go with addiction, like trauma and anxiety and depression. Graciane, again, is really educating women a lot about breast health, cancer rehabilitation, and all of the elements that help people to hopefully never have to go back to a Western doctor again by getting an exercise, getting great diet, getting a spiritual practice down. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for the incredible work that you're doing in the world. And any closing comments?
No, go and get your mammogram done. Make your appointment. It is important. And I'm looking forward to hear from you if you have any questions. Thank you so much again, Joanne, for giving me the ability to share it with your audience today. Thank you so much. I'm grateful.
Beautiful. Yeah, blessings to everyone. Thank you.